You don't even drink water anymore.
Are you going to tell them that?
Didn't I just tell him that?
This is episode 30?
Yeah.
The big 3-0. Do you know how old I am?
The big 3-0.
I'm the big 3-0. Somebody said this is a gang sign. Josh did?
I don't know.
Leave it in the comments below if you know what this means. Hopefully it's nothing bad. I don't like bad.
Hopefully it's something good.
I hope so much it's something good.
Okay.
I almost said I hope so badly, but I didn't want to use the word bad.
That's great.
Yeah, because bad is bad.
I see.
Bad little bone. Is that Elvis? Bad.
No.
Who is it?
Mm.
Welcome. I'll tell you what the weather is like today in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is a dreary day. It is raining, a high of 52, not a sun in the sky, only clouds.
The sun's there too, just behind the clouds.
Yeah, I brought this up to Lee recently. It's kind of crazy. Like if you were to go above the clouds, it's a really nice day out. Just down here, it's a little icky.
Icky.
Icky Vicky, you're so icky.
Oh wow, you don't know it all.
I don't know that song very well.
I know that song.
I don't really know it, but my shiny teeth and me.
My name is Slimeball, and this is Hairball.
Ew. I don't want to be Hairball.
Did you see when Zuko threw up a hairball?
No.
He actually had a hairball like a cat.
From what?
His own fur. He like chews his fur out.
Yeah, he also poops.
Yeah, he poops. Want to get into our peaks and pits?
Yeah, mine has to do with poop.
Oh, brother.
I'm not your brother.
Oh, friend.
Uncle.
Oh, uncle.
Oh, uncle. Yeah, except we're going to switch it up today. I'm going first.
Heck yeah.
No heck. Heck's bad.
We don't have a plan for this podcast.
Yeah, we do.
It's just rainy.
We have a plan.
I asked our beautiful followers for anything. I asked for questions, topics.
And we're going to give you everything.
I said we could answer anything, so I hope that we can.
I think I can answer anything.
Okay.
Do you?
Do I think that you can answer anything?
You think you can answer anything?
No.
Do you think I can?
Yeah.
Perfect. We're going to do great today. Okay. This segment of the podcast is called Peaks and Pits. If you're new to the podcast, this is where we say terrible things. No. We say terrible things that are happened in our lives.
That are happening in our lives. And good happen in our lives.
Good also happens in our lives. But we say our pits and then our peaks. And then Lee will say her pits and her peaks. And then we're going to move on. So don't get too comfy.
I like how you worded the whole thing.
Thank you. I thought I did well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Peaks and pits. One of my pits, Lee, and everybody else out there. She's going to make fun of me, but I feel funny. My body and mind have felt just a little off recently, but not off enough to think I'm sick, and probably closer to being off enough to where I think I might be exhausted or a little too tired. What?
Okay.
I don't know how I feel, but something's off. Last night we were eating dinner and I was like, I'm not hungry. Proceeds to eat all his food and says, I like ice cream. I want ice cream. Doesn't get ice cream though. I decided not to. And then this morning I woke up hungry, but also like I feel a little tired, a little foggy. And my lower back feels funny. So I'm attributing it to that. So pit, my back feels funny. I don't know what's going on with my body. You're swaying too. We just sway, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it sway.
Mm-hmm.
Another pit is my monster of a dog escaped his crate.
Oh my gosh.
We came back from the studio. We had been gone for a couple hours and went back home. And what's that thing that people say? Lo and behold?
I think so.
What's that? I know what it means, but
Yeah, I think it's that.
lo and behold, Gus's face was at the doggy door.
Not even that. He slammed.
Yeah, and then he dropped back down and his face was in the
We have a
doggy
big
door.
window on our door, and he came up with both his paws, slammed his 90-pound body into it, smiling at us through the door, which I've experienced because James will have Gus out in the house when I'm not home.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've ever truly experienced that.
Only once or twice.
It's like a clown game at a circus.
Yeah.
The way they come out and smile, and they're just like a little scary.
Yeah, but happy.
Yeah, really happy.
Yeah, so Gus had escaped his crate. The whole front wall where the front door for the crate is fell inward from him jarring the crate enough to which
It wiggled out.
it, like, all the little clips were in the wrong spots, and then it went bloop, and he got out. And I think he had a great time because, well, first off, he pooped in Allie's room.
And destroyed her puzzle,
Yeah.
which she's been working on for weeks. It's the hardest puzzle I've ever seen.
It wasn't that destroyed.
She acted like it was really destroyed.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
Well, you don't know how far she got.
No, it's just like some of the edges were off the cardboard, but it'd probably be like 10 minutes to get it back.
Okay.
But yeah, he went up there and pooped. He didn't really do too much.
He moved like a couple little things
Yeah.
around, but
Luckily, he didn't destroy anything of value or do anything super terrible. Really, the worst part was I then went to put him back in his crate with one of his Kongs, and he turned into a psychopath.
that's correct.
He was like, it sounded like you had trapped a grown adult in the crate against their will, and they decided to see if they could flip it over while they're in it.
Right. And there was something different about the way he was crying. He typically has like that puppy cry where it's just like, I'm really upset. I'm a puppy. Wah, wah, wah. This one was like
Panic.
an actual human.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Scary.
It was low and grumbly and raspy
Yeah.
and like toned very differently.
Yes, it was alarming.
It sounded like a panic attack.
Yeah, it was very, very panicked.
Yeah.
So those 2 hours of freedom had reverted Gus back to how he was, similar to like when I first got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knew? 2 hours of
Who
freedom
knew?
will revert every bit of training.
My theory is he got out and his body released adrenaline, dopamine, some type of thing that
Drug.
made him feel high in some
Yeah.
sort of way. Hormones, I don't know. Something was released inside of his body that made his brain go nuts.
Yeah, I agree.
Either he was panicking, he was scared, he was excited. I don't know.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But,
he hasn't completely recovered yet.
He's much better now.
Yeah.
We took him for a walk that day, and then also the next day I walked him a bunch and played with him a bunch, and he's getting better. I think he's going to be back to normal. But yeah, he had gone bonkers, and then now his crate is zip tied together so that he can't tear it apart. I also need to get him a bigger crate.
Yeah, he's growing still.
Yes. And now he's kind of can't sit in it right.
He's like a life-size Barbie for me.
Really?
Yeah, he's about my size.
Yeah.
So he's like a life-size Barbie. I just need to get him like a dress and
I
like a
do
little
think
Jeep.
he's at least 90 pounds now.
Yeah.
I think so.
He's a big guy. Oh, God.
My peak was, I have two of them. We're on the peaks. This is the good part of my life.
That good get.
Yes. And it's not a crazy peak or anything, but yesterday I really enjoyed taking Gus for a long walk, even though it was raining, and taking him to the dog park because I don't think I even told you. There was like 2 dogs there, and he was playing really nice with them.
Are they the 2 dogs that lady had?
No. No, because I went to the dog park, played there for a minute, went for a walk, and then went back to the dog park.
Nice.
The second time to the dog park, there were like, it was just a couple dogs and they were all chasing each other and like playing, and Gus was making scary noises, but like the dog was cool and the owner was cool. So he got to run around, and then he gets so many compliments. It's just so handsome. People call him handsome all the time, Lee.
That's great.
Yeah, it is great. What do they say about your dog?
They say he's handsome.
What?
Beautiful patterning, which I think is very funny. James has this thing now where he doesn't think Toadie's handsome and publicly announces it to everyone. You're acting like you weren't trying to make me say that.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, I just said he wasn't handsome once, and Lee said, really? And I said, yeah. And now that's just our thing.
It's not funny.
Well, he's not ugly.
This is how the conversation goes every time. And honestly, it makes me upset every time.
Why?
Toadie's handsome. It makes me angry because I know the truth and you're just never admitting it. You're never breaking the joke. So it makes me think that you truly believe it.
Well, I don't.
I still don't believe you.
Your dog's handsome.
Thank you.
And then the other peak hasn't happened yet, but we're filming this 2 days after the last one. So I'm just looking into the future a little bit.
We don't have a lot to pull from.
Yes. I'm going to help my mom get a car and continue on my path of having regular car things in my life.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get her a Kia Soul. Leave it in the comments below if you have a Kia Soul.
You're a hamster.
No.
Leave it in the comments below if you're a hamster.
With a Kia Soul.
No.
Or either or.
Okay.
Or both.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm excited because my mom drives a Porsche SUV.
Like the video.
She drives a Porsche SUV and it gets 15 to 18 miles per gallon and takes premium fuel. And fuel is expensive.
That's what James is trying to get his hands on.
Well, yes and no. There's more to it than that.
I think that's it. It's my turn.
I mean, that is the last one. But I want that car to tow my Porsche and then also to have another. I will want a regular car, but the Porsche SUV is also not as obnoxious. And my truck's useful, but also useless. You know?
Okay.
Right. Okay. What?
I'm going to go now.
All right. It's your turn.
You're boring me.
Well, maybe if you cared about me more.
Sometimes it just is too long, you know? And I know what you're going to say. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm bored.
My pit, I have 2 pits. One is that we went to the bank today and I had to fill out some ridiculous form.
Wait, I have another. Oh, never mind.
What?
It's a grateful thing. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I had to fill out this ridiculous form. I wanted to raise my credit limit on my business credit card. And I had to fill out just a dumb form.
It's like 3 or 4 pages.
It was dumb.
It's like as if you were never a customer there.
It's as if I didn't already have an account and they didn't know what my credit score was and stuff.
Right, or that you have money or anything.
Yeah, so I didn't love that. I also just don't like going to the bank. Also, James made me talk. Sometimes I make him talk, but he was like, not this time. So I had to do it.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm incapable, it's just that I prefer not to. My second pit is that we've been busy a lot, and then recently we've gotten a little bit more free time. And when I'm not busy, I don't know what to do.
I think that's good.
I'm not experienced enough with not being busy that I don't know what to do. And then I just kind of do nothing, which is fine, but it feels funny in my head. I feel funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah, funny. That was one of my pits.
Yeah, and it's my lower back hurts. And
yours too?
All the time. You're feeling funny, which is how I feel all the time.
Right.
Anyways, that's why I was laughing at you.
I also think it's funny because I had that experience last night. I was standing in the house at 8?
Yeah.
And I was done for the day with everything. And I'm like, what do I do now? because I'm also a very busy body. So I was like, I guess I'll clean the house.
Is that box in the shot? I can't tell because there's my address on it.
No.
Okay.
Even then, I'll crop it. I put your address right here.
Cool. That's my other pit. My peaks. I have 3 peaks. That's cool. I got a deer tattoo. I reached out to this artist who is like 45 minutes away from us in a city called Dayton. And they were coming down for one day. And they're like, I got some spots. I'm guesting at this shop. And I was like, do you want to do a rendition of a vintage deer ceramic sculpture I like? And she was like, yep. And it's super cute. I also got another tattoo. That's fine. I like it, but I don't love it like I love the deer. James also put up curtains in the studio. They're very nice. They change the vibe of the studio.
I think so too.
A lot more than I thought they would.
It's softer.
It's softer. It's like I kind of prefer no curtains, but they're necessary.
Yeah.
1, because people can just see in our windows, and 2, because the sun blares in here after 12 o'clock. But yeah, I think I like them. They're fine.
I like them.
They're the same vibe as my old studio, so that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, throwback.
Throwback Thursday. My third pit are these purple shelf thingies. We initially got them, they were black, and I was like, no black in the studio. So we spray painted them purple, which was a whole process that I didn't want to do, but was necessary. We brought them back in the studio, and we didn't really know where to put them. They were kind of useless. And then we found some spots for them, and I'm happy that we found use for them, because I was just randomly really upset about it when we couldn't.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a spot for them, and I was like, what's the point of even having a job? And James is like, things happen, Lee.
I was explaining to Lee that like the way cars work, this would be a very small setback in terms of like car things.
Lily doesn't do setback.
Lily doesn't like wasting time or money. No. And cars is only for wasting time and money.
So I won't be getting into cars anytime soon, which I'm thrilled about.
Well, you do want one.
Right. Okay, that's it for me.
Does that mean we need to look at our phones?
Yeah.
Are you going to quiz me?
Okay.
We're doing pretty good.
We are?
Yeah.
So far, I'm finding it very boring. So far.
You just have to not think it's boring.
Well, I do think it's boring.
No. Leave it in the comments below if it was boring.
There's a really long one. I had said if they had something long, they could DM us. I have not read this.
Should we start with the shorter ones?
This is funny.
Okay, go ahead then.
It was just the first couple lines I think are funny.
Oh.
All right. So, hi, Lee. You're very inspiring for all your art, business, life goals, and just who you are. James, you're cool too. Anyways, let's cut to it.
Perfect.
I'm at a bit of a crossroads. I am really wanting to make my art into a successful business, but I'm working full-time, 38-hour week, feeling a bit like that's too many hours doing something that isn't what my heart wants to be doing. I suppose thanks for listening, and also, do either of you have any inspiration for me /advice/tips? How on earth does one get from where I am to where you are? Although most likely it's the obvious one step at a time. Well, love you guys and hope you are having a fine day. P.S. Lee, your studio looks incred. I am so excited for you.
Nice.
Yeah. James?
Lee? Do you want some advice?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I would do. That is a lot of time to spend doing something that you don't want to do. So I don't know what you make financially from your job, but if you could also find a job that you want to do instead, you should first start with that. Well, it's hard to do so because the other thing I'm going to say is whatever free time you do have, you have to spend it trying to pursue your passion. Like me and Jesse would work 40 hours a week or more. I was working ridiculous hours a week, and then we would go to the shop and work also. But also that's hard to do if you don't like your current job. So like, let's say you work 40 hours a week and you don't like your job. It's much easier to go home and do nothing than it is to go do the other thing that you want to do. Unless your job's so bad that you're like, I'd rather do anything else and I need this other thing to succeed so I can quit my job.
Yeah, as like a bit of inspo.
Yeah. But I don't like it, but what I did is I worked 1 billion hours.
Yeah, the thing I usually say is if you want something to be your full-time job, you have to treat it like your full-time job.
Yeah.
Which I think stands true, but is so hard to do when you already have a full-time job.
Yeah.
I had like a 50-50 job, so it was easier for me. You could still act like it's a part-time job and then work from there, and you might be able to like figure some things out, and it might make more logistical sense once you have like a part-time art job that you've created for yourself. Even if it's not like a serious amount of income or a serious job yet, you can still act like it.
Yeah.
I think that's super helpful.
Also, depending on your job, if you want less hours, ask for less hours. Like even if it's 5 less hours, that's 5 more hours a week that you could use towards whatever you want to do. But the other hard part is you have to use the time you have for like that. Like I've missed out on a bunch of stuff to go pursue other things, which is not fun.
And like my job is one thing, but maybe your job looks very different from mine, even though it may be similar. Like maybe you're bigger on YouTube than I am, or maybe you do like original art all the time, or like there's so many different avenues you have to think about. Like what is my ideal setup, and start doing what you want it to be. Like just start small.
Yeah. Cool. I also think I'm going to start looking a little bigger in these podcasts.
You do?
I think so. We're in the same exact chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could tell.
Yeah.
Do you want me to weed through? There's only a few. There's not a lot.
That's fine.
I'll start here. Favorite movies or TV shows? I wanted to say TV shows.
Here, let's guess each other's favorite movies.
Favorite movie or TV show?
TV show. I think you can guess my favorite movie, though.
Favorite movie, Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
Never have seen it, and I've never seen James watch it.
I haven't seen it in years.
Favorite TV show?
Let me think.
The Abyss show?
Oh, that's a good one. Is that considered a TV show?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
It's not my favorite, though.
That's what first came to my mind, okay?
Okay. Favorite TV show?
TV.
A TV show. I don't love TV.
He loves anime, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say I love anime.
When he watches it, he gets hyped up. Don't let him fool you.
I forget what it was. It was probably, I think it was Naruto. And I wasn't even like in it, but the episodes would end and be like, next one. Play the next one.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist did that to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, go.
You could not
Keep
stop.
going.
You couldn't stop.
Yeah.
What about like Dragon Ball Z?
Full Metal Alchemist.
You always are like, I love Dragon Ball Z.
That's going to fall. Huh? Your phone's going to fall. Oh, thank goodness. Jesus Christ, Lord.
Stop it.
Baby doll. I think I prefer Dragon Ball, though.
Okay.
So I'll do Dragon Ball or Trigun. I really like Trigun.
I've never seen that. Should I watch it?
I'm not sure you would like it. It's more Dragon Ball Z vibes.
I was browsing all the stuff, all the animes and stuff. And every time I'm going to pick something, I'm like, I'm not going to watch this without James here because he's going to make me rewatch it with him.
I will never watch any anime.
There was an anime movie and it looks more like you'd like it than I would. And I was like, I'm not going to watch this without James.
I think you would like Trigun. There's 2 female characters that are very strong.
I like that.
And then
I'm easy to please when it comes to that.
Oh, we need to finish Cowboy Bebop.
I was about to start that over last night. I'm like, James is going to want to rewatch Cowboy Bebop.
I know I want to watch Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, maybe Wild Wild West.
What's my favorite movie?
Your favorite movie? Pride and Prejudice.
I like that movie.
Favorite though? Is it an animated movie?
I have a few faves.
Kiki's.
I like Kiki's Delivery Service. I also like Nausicaa.
I love Nausicaa.
And I also like Call Me By Your Name, which you've never seen. It's not animated. Love that movie. It's beautiful. TV show.
TV show. One that we both like, The Great British Baking Show.
Love that show.
Great show. Seen them all.
Yep. Yeah, I really like that show.
The most recent season, I think, is actually my favorite.
I don't really remember it.
Got Bjorgen or whatever.
Yeah. I would say Haikyuu, but I really like The Great British Baking Show too.
Yeah. I consider that one more TV show.
Me
also.
too.
Yeah.
It's because I don't watch animes on TV because I also don't have television.
Yeah.
So
I've never been on live television before.
Okay. Why does he make things so complicated? That one's from Clea.
Why do I make things so complicated? Oh, it's not me. It's someone else.
That's our friend Clea talking about another friend of ours. I think maybe she could listen to the Avril Lavigne song.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
I think that would be a little bit of clarity.
You want
to move on? People really want to know our Myers-Briggs thing.
I'd have to relook it up, and I think it's changed over time, but the last time...
Yeah, I have a different one.
The last time I did it, I was an architect.
I'm like a builder or something. Like he has
now?
like tools and stuff.
Now you are?
Yeah, now I am. That's messed up, huh?
That's jacked up.
That's jacked up. What's your favorite quality about each other?
She's not very stinky.
That's nice.
But I can't smell anyway.
I like James's constant mood. It's usually always the same, and it's very easy
to read.
It's easy to read, and it's easy for me to know what to expect, and for me to be all over the place because you're just super steady.
Yeah. I think it makes you also able to be like, I don't like that, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, he won't react to anything that I'm very straightforward about.
Yeah. I'm not upsetable.
I'm not upsetable.
My favorite thing about Lee, so few.
Leave a comment down below if you have a favorite quality about us.
Yeah, leave it down below. Lee's would probably be her ability to hear me say the same things over and over. It does wear thin, though.
It does wear thin.
But I do say some things 2 or 3 times before I'm told, when are you going to stop saying that? And I say, saying what?
That's such a nice trait.
That and funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm super funny. Least favorite texture. Mine's velvet.
Chalk. I can't handle chalk.
Says the guy who puts chalk on his hands when he climbs.
I don't like it.
You don't?
No.
I am perplexed.
Are you?
Yes.
But like writing chalk too?
Oh my gosh.
And like street chalk?
Oh yeah.
Street chalk.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then chalkboards?
I'm going to go with raw meat is a texture I don't like.
Right.
Okay.
Wait, I have more. Can I say them?
Okay.
That sound, it's not texture.
This has to do with freaking chalk again.
No.
Plates.
And knives?
That's the same as chalk.
Oh, it's such a terrible sound. It makes my skin crawl.
It is what 'tis.
My skin will crawl away from my body.
It is what 'tis.
Why are you saying that?
What is your favorite childhood memory?
One of my favorite childhood memories, I actually know what it is.
He didn't miss a beat.
It is, we were going to pick my dad up from the airport. This is like, I feel like the first memory I've ever held on to. And I think it's exaggerated in my mind, but I can see it in my head.
Okay.
We went to pick my dad up from the airport, and we were in the parking garage, and it had to be one of those harvest moons or blue moons or blood moons or something. But the moon was coming up, and it was the biggest moon I've ever seen in my life. To be fair, I think I was 3. But it looked massive, and I feel like I can still see it. But in my mind, how I see it, I know it's not how it possibly could have been. Because I've seen the moon since.
It's like
and it's
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yes,
moon.
It's like that. But I know it wasn't like that. So that's probably one of my favorite childhood memories.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I have another one. Can I say it?
Sure.
I also remember we had a screened-in back porch, and I think we were watching Totoro a lot at this time. But I remember so many lightning bugs in my backyard. We had a bunch of trees in my backyard, and it was just like summer, and it was just really nice out. And we were on the screened-in porch, and I remember all the lightning bugs. And now,
so many lightning bugs.
And
in my
now,
childhood.
as an adult, I think we might have talked about this. I feel like there's a lot less lightning bugs.
There are a lot less.
Is that a real thing?
I think so.
Leave it in the comments below if you know about that. But yeah, those are the two memories I really, really remember. And I think that's why I really like the moon and I really like lightning bugs.
Cool. Mine, the first one I thought of, I used to go to the beach with a family friend in Connecticut, and it was just like a sandy, kind of rocky beach with no waves and dark water. And we'd go up to my friend's grandma's house, and my friend's mom would make us sandwiches on these Portuguese rolls, and they were like these little round, floured, holy, yummy bread. And then we'd bring them to the beach in foil and we eat them on the beach. And just eating those sandwiches and chips and being near the water and swimming all day. And then there was like this rocky area where we would go and find snails and crabs and stuff, and we'd collect them. And I just remember squatting down there and looking at all the little creatures swimming in the shallow water.
I think about things like that. It sounds weird when I see Clay as kids. Like being young and having fun. I was like, I was a kid.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I was like, I was having fun, I think. You don't get to remember and like most of the times though.
Yeah.
But it looks so fun. Mm-hmm. That's the only one?
Yeah, I'm just going to go with one.
Oh. Should I have gone with one?
I wish you did. How'd you meet?
Our friend Jay introduced us. Mm-hmm. Something to do with, did we go to a buffet?
We were in the parking lot of a buffet.
We were in Westchester.
I don't know if I actually ate there. I feel like we showed up or something after you had eaten.
Maybe. I wouldn't have ate alone, though.
It
was just you, me, and Jay.
I don't know. Both of us were friends with Jay for a long time.
Me longer, though.
You longer, me for a few years.
Yeah.
And then we met through him. I think he was gatekeeping you for a while.
I think so, too, actually.
Or was gatekeeping me.
Yeah, I think he didn't want us to be friends at first.
Yeah.
He's like, God, they're both too cool.
I'm sure he was thinking that. What kind of plants do you have in the studio, and how do you keep them alive? I have a few monsteras.
Monsters?
Pretty easy for care. You just let them dry out and then water them. They like to be in small pots. I also have a new bird of paradise, I think it's called. I don't know how to really take care of them, but...
You have a pearl plant.
Oh, and Clay got me a string of peas, which is also called a string of pearls. I don't know how to take care of that yet. I haven't watered it yet.
Seems to be doing fine.
I have a Hoya hanging from the ceiling. Just got it. Don't know how to take care of it. I also have a desk tree. Not sure the breed, but it is a tree. And that's that.
I have some plants at home.
You too.
I don't know what they are.
Okay. You win a free vacation to anywhere you'd like. Where are you going to?
Oh, that got me excited just winning the free vacation. Where am I going? Okay, I'm going to pick two. One's in the U.S. and then one's international.
Okay.
Two.
Great.
The one in the U.S. is... Oh, I can't decide now. Okay, there's a place called... I think it's like Glacier National Park. Mm-hmm. I would like to go there.
Okay.
Very, very pretty looking part. I've Googled it before.
Awesome.
If I had to go abroad, international, I would go to... I'm trying to decide because I'd like to go to places in Europe. Like after I saw that little island that's part of Spain, that seems to be a volcano. I would like to go to something like that, but also Asian countries I think are so cool because they're so different from the U.S. Mm-hmm. So let's go with... I'm going to go with... I don't know why, but I'm going to China.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go to Maine. I want to go to Maine And I know there are places internationally that I don't know about, but I'd love to go. And that's the kind of thing I'm looking for, like a mystery vacation.
Yeah.
Where someone's just like, she'll like it here, let's send her. That's what I want.
Like Chef's Choice.
Like Chef's Choice.
Yes, I do that at the place Chris works at.
I would like an international Chef's Choice vacation for free.
Please.
Please.
One.
Okay. If you were stuck...
Wait. Leave it in the comments below where you would go.
Yes, you win a free vacation. Where go? Leave it in the comments. If you were stuck in a spaceship and aliens took it over, how would you survive?
I'd befriend them.
I'm not sure what aliens are like, but I'm hoping being nice to them.
Yeah, I think I could reason with them.
Also hoping they don't eat all the food that we have available.
Yeah.
I don't know how hungry aliens are.
I'm going to assume these aliens are actually robots. So they don't eat. Right? Because most likely for them to get this far, they're robots. They're not biological things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think about space a lot.
Oh, yeah. He's always thinking about space.
I am. Wait, I have more to say about space. Have you ever thought about it?
Have I ever thought about space?
Well, space travel.
Sure.
Have you?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of crazy? No. So look, if we could figure out how to get our brains into machines,
okay,
we could travel to anywhere in the universe.
James actually talks about this theory all the time.
Right? Well, because you and I can't make it in space because our muscles get tired because we don't have gravity to keep us strong. That's why they do all those weird workout things in space.
Okay.
But if we were machines, our muscles will never get tired. And we can easily be fixed by other machines.
I think this is the kind of talk that will attract male viewers. I think, I've never looked, but I'm assuming.
Okay. But I'll put it in the podcast right now. This is how many male viewers we have percent-wise, and this is how many female viewers we have percent-wise.
I wonder if you can put yourself as non-binary on.
I can let you know.
Okay.
We're done talking about space, though.
Yeah. Let's move on. I want to answer all these. Why not?
It's a shame.
As a girl, how do I make the first move?
The same way a guy does.
I don't know. I don't do that.
That's how. You can ask.
Ask them?
Yeah, you just ask, be like, can I kiss you? And then they'll say yes or no.
I can't do that.
Well, yeah, that's way easier to say, but it's the same way as a guy would do it.
Honestly, I'm a weakling. I literally could never. I also could easily go without.
Right.
Like, I'd rather never have anything happen than me make the move. That's how much I don't care.
Yeah. I have a hard time telling if somebody likes me or not. So then eventually I just ask. And then I'm like, okay, good to know. And then proceed. But yeah, just the same way anybody else was. And if you're really unsure, just ask them. And then if you don't want to ask them in person, just text them. I think it's appropriate.
What a nightmare. Next topic idea: inventions, the genius, the weird, and the funny. That might be hard for us to talk about.
What do you think is a very, very, very underrated invention, but also not like a world-changing one? Like, what is it? What's that one that makes people live now?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Something of medicine. Penicillin. That was a big one.
Is that from mushrooms?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But an invention that's not like that, though. Like, just more low-key, but also underrated. My brain said the wheel, but I think we do know that one
that
was...
That is not underrated.
...important. I think it's just often forgotten.
Sure.
I have one. You want me to say mine?
Sure.
It's kind of a general one, but locks. We don't appreciate locks enough.
Okay.
And I'm not talking locks of hair. I'm talking locks on doors.
Oh, I thought you were talking about locks of hair.
I knew there was going to be confusion, so I had to clarify. Locks, definitely underrated. She thinks I'm so stupid. But I think that's a good one.
I think vacuums.
Vacuums is a good one.
People think it's kind of a chore, but vacuums rip.
Yeah, you plug it into the electricity, and then it takes the thing
It
on the ground.
sucks all those little things you can't pick up off of carpet.
Out of
How
the carpet.
else would you do that?
Yeah. Also, they make shop vacs. If you spill a drink, you can vacuum it up.
Yeah, up liquid.
Yeah, that's what drink.
Or pee.
Ew.
Well,
No pee on the pod.
pee on the pod.
Yeah, so locks and vacuums. Lock up your vacuums, folks.
Leave a comment down below if you lock up your vacuum.
You can't drink. We need more content. That was a great question.
Do you
No,
have?
it wasn't a question.
It was a topic. It was a topic.
We'll come back to it another
You
time.
came up with a question.
Yeah.
Off the topic.
Right off the dome.
Do you have any house renovation tips?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't.
Get a place that's done.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But if I did have any tips, I guess it would be do what you can. So like, I am able to put lights up, but I've never done drywall. So we were having somebody put drywall in the kitchen, but I did the lights. So I guess whatever you feel comfortable or able to learn or do, I would do that because it'll save you money.
As someone who is incapable of doing most house renovation things, look inside yourself and see if you desire to learn how to do it yourself. Because in theory, I want to know, but in reality, I don't want to learn.
Yeah, it's a big time commitment.
It's a big time commitment. I don't like going to Home Depot. I do not like having wasted time. I also feel very pressured, and it's just, I want a partner, and like I could have seen these things coming if I really gave it the thought, but in theory, I want to know.
Yeah, it's very similar to cars because you can learn how to do it, you can do it, and then it won't turn out well.
Right.
So then you spent the same amount of time, the same amount of money, and it just doesn't turn out well when you could pay somebody who does it all the time, and it might cost more, but it'll have a better result, but then you also don't have the ability to learn. So
if you do see yourself as someone who doesn't want to learn necessarily, make sure you are comfortable with like finding people who can do it. Because that's another thing I don't like doing. Like I am not suited for this besides designing stuff.
Yeah.
So
here we are.
There's a delicate balance there.
Balancing beams.
What should I ask my car mechanic so I know they are not being sneaky with me?
Okay, here's what you ask them. You being sneaky with me?
Now you being sneaky with me?
You being sneaky? So the biggest thing that I do to make people trust me is show them what's wrong, why that's incorrect, and then let them ask any questions they want. I wouldn't trust somebody if they're like, they walk out, they look at your car, they come back in like, yeah, you're going to need this, and this done. It's $1,200. It's like, they shouldn't have to ask, can I see it? Like what I would do when I worked in like a commercial place and even at Team Rocket, it's like, here, let me show you what's going on and what needs to be replaced. And even if you can't see it, like let's say it's something inside of your engine or something, just take them out there and walk them through it and explain what it does, why, and why it's hard to get to. Like, why does it cost $1,200? You can show them the price of the part and like, let's say it's $600. Be like, okay, there's $600. And then you can even show them, any mechanic can do this depending on where they work. And then you can show them it takes 6 hours to do this job. That's why it's $1,200. That way, you know, everything's accounted for. It's not just like, so you're going to need new brakes. It's going to be $600. It's like, how much are brake pads and rotors? I don't even know. And then like, how long does it take you to do it? Because it might take somebody an hour to do all four and it's $600. And they're like, well, it only took you an hour.
I think this is a hard question for James to answer since he knows so much about cars.
Yeah.
Like someone going in and being like, hey, you need brakes. Some people won't even know how much are brake pads, you know?
So, but if I were to show somebody brakes, like, hey, you need new brakes, come look. I can show them their brakes, and I can show them a new brake. Mm-hmm. And like, there's also gauges and stuff to show, here's bad, here's good. You're bad. You're bad.
It's just hard to. It's still hard to know what questions to ask.
Correct. Yeah. No.
So you just want to be like, hey, take me out there and show me.
And it sounds, yeah, and it sounds silly, but it should be the job of the mechanic to gain your trust. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not for you to have to like dig deep and find out if they're lying or not. But
agreed. Also, before you go to a shop, read reviews.
That's a good one. I could have just said, yeah, just do reviews.
Okay. Okay. Favorite dish and dessert you rule.
Favorite dish and dessert?
Favorite dish and dessert.
I never have it, but it's just usually my default when growing up was always shrimp scampi. I do love shrimp scampi because I also love angel hair pasta. I love butter. I love garlic, and I love shrimp. So, but I like so many foods.
I saw such a funny TikTok last night. That literally could have been you.
Oh, no. Did you save it or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let me see it. I feel like when she shows me things that are me.
You need to start it over.
Yeah, that's me. Yep, that's me. Yeah, that's me. It's just somebody doesn't know how to spell spaghetti.
Def sticks.
Because he didn't want to say spaghetti. So what I do, I always type pasta.
Always.
I could say angel hair though. That would work too. Because angel hair is my favorite. And then favorite dessert? I guess usually I like carrot cake, but I also really like ice cream. So pick your poison.
Sure.
Yeah. What's your favorite dish,
My
Lee?
favorite dish
You
is
like salad?
I do like salad. The first thing that came to my mind was fried rice. I like fried rice. I like rice and I like vegetables in it.
How often do you order fried rice?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
I don't think places make it very good.
Yeah.
But I like fried rice. Like when I make fried rice,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I feel like there's never enough egg.
there's never enough anything.
Yeah. Just rice.
Yeah.
And some peas.
I don't know why that was the first thing to come to my mind. It's
I don't
probably
either.
not true. But like bibimbap gives me the
Fried rice vibe.
And I like that too. Favorite dessert, like peach cobbler with ice cream on it.
Ooh, that's a good one. Good one, Lee.
I really like peaches.
We usually have that at Outer Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good.
What
Hello,
are your
Colleen.
What are your first memories as kids, and what is your favorite holiday memory?
I already said my first memory as a kid.
Okay, favorite holiday memory.
It's when I got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. Sorry, family values, but when you're a kid and you get a Nintendo 64, it's pretty exciting. The funny part was I opened all my gifts and I got a Nintendo 64 controller, and
I've never heard this story before.
she's a liar.
I've never heard it on the podcast either.
Have I said it?
Yep.
Well, I don't remember when, and this episode's new. So I opened all my presents, and I got one controller, and I was, I guess, kind of being just nice, because I was like, cool, thanks. And then my mom or dad was like, are you going to open that gift? And there was a big box behind me, and it was the Nintendo 64. I had thought I just got a controller and no Nintendo 64, and I was very accepting of it. But that's probably my favorite holiday moment. I mean, obviously spending time with my family, but yeah.
My first memory...
That makes me want to sing the song Memory.
No. I don't know.
Do you ever get hurt? Those are people usually often remember like when they're a kid.
Strong
and get
emotions.
Hurt. Yeah.
I can't tell what's my memory and what's the stories my mom has told me.
I understand that.
So I'm going to pass.
Can I say a memory that I remember when I got hurt?
James, you can cut out me being mean.
That's fine. One of the first memories that I remember when I got hurt is I fell off a bunk bed and I hit my head on a doorknob and I was bleeding everywhere. You know what? I've fallen off 2 bunk beds and hit my head on doorknobs. Now that I'm thinking about it, One time in a motorhome and then one time in a bedroom. I think I had bunk beds in my room. No other kids in my room, just me. I think I got bunk beds.
So you could have sleepovers?
I have no idea. I never had sleepovers. I had a bunk bed though. And
Maybe
I
they
think
got
they
it for
were
free or something.
both mine.
I think that's kind of normal. Kids like bunk beds.
I liked bunk beds.
See? You like bunk beds.
I liked bunk beds.
Yeah.
I need to ask my mom that. I'm pretty sure I had one that just was for me.
Okay.
Leave it in the comments below if you had your own bunk bed.
I did not. Holiday memory.
Another one?
I haven't said mine.
Oh. The way you read it, though.
Okay.
Lee doesn't like Christmas.
I don't really like Christmas.
Do a Halloween one.
Okay. I think I've already talked about this before.
That's fine.
When I lived in Connecticut, I lived in a neighborhood that was like very wooded, and the houses were far apart. And between them were just woods, so we'd run through the night with our like pillowcases and trick-or-treat bags through the woods to get from house to house. And it felt like we were in some magical movie because people had like their porch lights on and it was kind of lit, and we had to go through all the brambles and stuff.
Brambles.
Yeah, and it's not usual that you get to run around in the woods at night.
Right.
It was a special Halloween treat. And I was getting candy.
Trick or treat. I honestly
We have
don't.
2 more.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful beings. I want to know if you've traveled to other countries. If yes, where?
Part of me hates talking about these
Part
things.
of me, almost the whole entire part of me,
Almost all of this.
doesn't like talking about it either.
Do you want me to go first?
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
I just don't want to talk about it.
I have been to...
Like, I don't like to hear you talk about it
I'm
either.
not really going to talk about it. But I've been to Japan. Does that make me cool? Yeah. I went to Japan for 2 weeks. It was one of the best things I've ever done with my life. I do mean that. I like culture shock. And I feel like it takes a lot to shock me. Do you think that's true?
No, I don't. No.
I can't decide.
I mean, it depends on what you think shock is, I guess, because you are easily excitable.
I think they're different. But yeah, I liked it. 10 out of 10. If you want to go to Japan, you should.
I would like to go back, and I'm going to pass on talking about where I've been.
You just said you went to Japan.
Yeah, but it's no secret. Our last one is who, when, how, why, where.
Who and how, why, where?
Who, when, how, why, where.
Okay. First one. Can I see that? I need to see these words. Who? I'm going to go with myself. When? Maybe a year from now. And I will take how? I will drive to go get food. And I think I'm going to go to a place called Foshiki. The sushi place in Columbus, Indiana. I'll probably go there in a year. And I'll drive to go eat sushi.
Okay.
Your turn.
Who, Toady, when, 6 years ago, how, Craigslist, why, need dog, where, Target parking lot.
Need dog? Need dog, cry about dog.
Well, I didn't know what it was like.
Do you want to say what we're grateful for?
Yeah. This one's funny.
What is it?
Should I get off Instagram or use it way more?
I guess it depends on how much you use it. I'd probably say get off of it. Like I'm trying to give a real advice.
Yeah. I really like being off Instagram, but I have like 3 jobs on it now, so I don't see that in my near future. But if you have the opportunity, go ahead and get off for a week.
I've been thinking about getting off of it for a week. Said it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep. Lee.
My name is Slimeball.
Sorry, Slimeball. It's me, Hairball. I have a question.
What up?
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for walking.
I I love walking.
I am glad I can walk. I like walking. I like walking dogs. I like going up and down stairs. I like walking on the street. I like walking in the grass. Walking, good.
Yeah, I had told Lee this recently, and she didn't think it was that crazy, but I think it's crazy how easily I can walk backwards for how little I walk backwards. It just seems like something that'd be harder and also like anti-programmed in your brain because you're supposed to walk forward. But I think it's crazy that...
You don't think walking backwards is necessary ever?
Maybe sneaking away backwards so you can keep an eye on the enemy.
I think it's important.
Really?
Yes.
When's it most important?
When I'm trying to back out of something. Tony does it all the time.
Right, but I don't find myself backing out of things much.
I think it's more important for survival.
It's just pretty crazy that like I could just walk backwards everywhere if I wanted.
Okay. You can also crawl.
That would hurt. Okay, we alternate on the gratefulness, so it's my turn. I am grateful. This is going to sound so stupid. I am grateful for mirrors. I think they're definitely underrated. Like if we didn't have cameras, mirrors is the next thing to where you can see what you look like, right? And then also you can look at what you look like with your friends.
Okay.
Right? We took a picture in the mirror recently, but if we didn't have the camera and no mirror, we wouldn't even know what we look like.
Without that beautiful combination, we would have nothing.
We wouldn't know what you look like from a third person point of view. I also don't understand the point of true mirrors. Do you know what those are?
No.
Where it flips it? Because that's how somebody else actually sees you.
Yeah.
Because the mirror isn't exactly correct.
Yeah.
There's like true mirrors. I don't really understand. I do and I don't. So everybody, you see me different than I see me.
Yeah.
Everything's flipped.
I see like this.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't really care. I flipped my face before. It doesn't look that crazy.
Oh, mine looks wild.
No, it doesn't.
Mine looks crazy. Yeah, mirrors. I'm grateful for them, but I'm also just more like, whoa.
Okay. My second thing is climbing.
Yeah, climbing's good.
I like climbing. I think it's cool. I've been doing climbing enough that I can do some climbs that I wasn't capable of like a year ago. Also, that it gives me like a chill activity to do with my body. I've never had that before. I've always had like working out or walking. I'd never had an in between. So
I think it's also a very easy, fun time to socialize.
Oh, easy, fun socialization for sure.
Like I couldn't socialize in the middle of an actual workout.
Mm-hmm.
But like rock climbing, you kind of take
weightlifting.
You can, but climbing, you know.
CrossFit, I socialized a lot.
At the beginning and end, or during?
During. There'll be rests. You ever heard of rests? Okay, go on.
My turn. I am also grateful for Gus. I know Lee doesn't get it, but Gussie Wussie, he is so chaotic. But I get to see him always at his best, because usually his best is when he's asleep or nobody else is around, because he's less excited around me. He's like, okay, no new people, just James. I think I'm just going to hang out with James and just chill for a minute. Mm-hmm. So I get to see Gus when he's being his best behavior. Like last night when it was just me and Gus at the house, like he just sat down in the kitchen next to me and just wanted me to pet him. That's all he did. And so I scratched him, and then he like leans his head into me, and I just pet him for a while. But like if Lee were there, it probably wouldn't be like that. Or Toady.
It's Toady.
Yeah.
It's other dogs. He can't handle it.
Oh, if Gus was a only dog house,
he'd be
dog,
way better.
Yeah, he'd be. Lee just assaulted Toady.
No, I didn't. The ball just landed on his head.
My fist just
while
hit you
he was
in the
running
face.
away.
Yeah, no, I'm very grateful for Gus, and when he's very good, and maybe him being so bad makes him seem so good at the same time.
There's something about that being your grateful thing where, like, if there was an anti-grateful list, he would be on it for me.
Yeah, he'd also be on it for me.
Yeah, he makes our lives so much harder.
Yep, but I love him.
Okay, my last one is TikTok.
Really?
Love TikTok.
Red flag.
Yeah, there's something on there. It can calm me and also make me have a good time and kind of reset my brain. I do like that I don't overindulge in it. Like, there'll be times when I look at TikTok and then times where I do not look at TikTok.
Yeah.
But there's just like good vibes on there on my For You page, and I'm grateful for it, for existing.
Yeah, I think it's very good. I was talking to somebody about this recently. I think Instagram can be bad for you, and it also can be fine for you. It depends how you use it and how you indulge on it. Like, I think some people can't handle Instagram, and then some people can.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, some people feel like they have to post certain things and have to do certain things, and also they'll see something else and they'll be like, why isn't my life like that? Or be mad at people just for doing regular things. And then some people can look at it and be like, that's fun, and then that's it. Like, it doesn't go past that. So be careful. I
like TikTok because, one, it doesn't feel like work because I don't do any work on it, and two, because I don't know anyone else who really uses it, which is really weird since it's such a popular app. But like, I don't have friends on there watching my TikToks.
Yeah, I use Instagram. Like,
I have a couple mutual like art friends on there, and like Grace is on there, but like none of my friends use it, so I can post whatever I want. No one will ever know.
Yeah,
or just like look at stuff. You know about my new TikToks because you haven't seen them.
Lee, she's been keeping secrets.
I'm gatekeeping TikTok.
My last grateful thing is that guy at the bank who always seems to be able to help us so easily. I think he's in charge now.
Yeah, I don't think he was in charge last time.
I don't think he was in charge last time either. I think his name is Nathan, Nathaniel, Matt, I don't know. Matthew.
Wow, it's a few different names.
Yes. But he had helped us previously. He's like, yeah, I don't know why this is so hard. Here's what happens. We're going to send you something, and then you just type this in. And that's what happened. And then today, he was like, yeah, that's normal. This is this. Only pay off this one. Where, like, the guy helping us before that was very helpful, but he just didn't know that.
He didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he have that information?
He seemed new.
He did seem new.
Yeah, didn't he? But the guy at the bank made it much easier every time we've gone in there.
He's fast, and he usually does it right.
Talks very clear, and
yeah.
He's easy to understand. Yeah, he also doesn't think we're father-daughter.
Which is a peak.
Yeah.
Song suggestion?
Yeah.
Song rec?
Do you want to go first?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to then. My song recommendation is, the song is called High Tops. There's two versions, the regular one, and then High Tops Stripped. It's by Del Water Gap.
Do I know this song?
I don't know. Do you?
Mm-mm.
Do you want to hear it?
Later. My song rec is Guilty by Lady Ray.
Do I know that?
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah, we've been going for a minute.
Oh, bless my soul.
Bless thy soul. Let thy soul be blessed. Oops, cutting that out. I like cutting things out, and then they're like, no. I'm also putting this in. Do you want to hear an impression?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do an impression of a duck?
Okay.
How was that?
It was good.
Here, you do an animal impression.
Okay.
How about a jellyfish? Do you want a different one?
That's my impression.
That was good. Yeah. I probably would have done like... That's it. Okay. That's the end of our podcast. Thank you for coming to the podcast. Please make sure to like this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. And please be sure to tell your friends and family of the #1 podcast on Apple, Spotify. We have 5 stars, which makes us a perfect podcast to share with your friends and family. Am I wrong?
We have 5 stars, which makes us a perfect podcast.
That's a perfect rating.
Yeah.
Let me check real quick. I'll be really mad if we're
It was 5 last time I looked 2 days ago.
Well, people might not have liked the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they won't like this one.
I think you're always wrong when you think that.
Really?
Yeah.
People just like it when we talk about love.
5-star podcast. 264 reviews. I could make it a 4.9 if I just do this. Just kidding. 5 stars. That's it, everybody. We're done.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, babies.
I'm out of here. My name's Slimeball. This is Hairball. We were so happy to have you.
And you've just been pottied.
Okay.
They're called potties.
Yeah. You just been... Oh, wait. I wanted to say one more thing. My sister always thought the name of the podcast, Yeah, Maybe, was us. James being yeah, me being maybe, which just is perfect. So I'll see you later. Bye.
Leave in the comments down below why you thought we were the Yeah Maybe podcast.
Yeah.
If you don't know why.
Yeah, me either. I don't know.
Because her logic makes way more sense than what it actually is.
She is a genius.
She is a songwriter.
My sister is something else.
Yep.